Mabuhay, Kamustika, welcome. How are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. What places are special to you and your Filipina? Something you want to establish with your Filipina is discovering some places you can go to right away and then that have special meaning to both of you. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea if you are in a relationship with a Filipina or are on the fence considering a relationship with a woman from the Philippines. I've been married since May of 2015 and think I can help you with the best thing in the world, marriage. It is likely the two of you might not have a whole lot in common considering the distance, excuse me, which limits, getting together. And then often there's this age gap when you get married. Now, that's all right though, because by talking about what each of you like to do, the other one can be involved with that and might find that it can be a mutually satisfying experience. My wife and I have gone to some plays, like theatrical plays that she likes to see, like I think Little Mermaid was one, Beauty and the Beast, and I actually enjoyed going to those places with her and would certainly like to do it again. And she has gone to some sporting events with me, but these are just places that can give some memories, and there are other places that in over time will take on special meaning as long as we stay together, which I certainly plan on doing. Of course, this will require a certain amount of time to accomplish, as you spend time with each other. It might not start out as being something that you will look back on as having special significance, but you never know. It just might. Just doing small things with my wife, going to see different places, there's usually something there that surprises us in a good way. One place, for example, this is a big place, would be Branson, Missouri. There is good, clean family entertainment, and of course, my wife hadn't been there before, coming from the Philippines. I had never been there either. Now, she heard some people talking about it, and though I wasn't wild about, a 7-hour drive for some entertainment, I thought, why not? So we did, and I'm glad we did. We stayed overnight, of course, because of the distance, and there's so many things to see. But Branson had a real down-home, comfortable country feel to it, and this was very comforting. I don't think we saw a single police vehicle any of the times that we have been there. The scenery is breathtaking. Beautiful trees, especially in the fall, like now. Very peaceful place. The hotels we stayed in looked like they were built in the 70s. People were very friendly. We both felt it was a charming place. And we saw John Michael Montgomery there. We saw an illusionist, something I've always wanted to do, and we ended up sitting in the first row, if I remember right. And you can see some things up in the first row that the people in the back can't see. So we did notice some things about their tricks. We saw a Broadway type show, and we visited the Titanic Museum. Should probably do that again. My wife loved it, and I did too. So much to see there. And then we saw a play called Moses, which was absolutely spectacular. Animals, like 3 big stages, things, people flying above your head and animals going through the aisles. It was wild. It was really nice though, to see something like that. And we also another time saw a play called Moses, which was spectacular. I just love watching these talented performers. They're acting and they're singing and they're dancing, and the whole thing is choreographed so professionally that you can't help but wonder if anybody missed any lines or was off a step, because it just has always gone so very well. Very impressed with that. Now, a year or two ago, they had Samson. We haven't seen that one, but I'll bet Samson was, I remember trying to look for tickets for that, and it was always sold out. But it has become a place 7 hours away that we can go and relax, feel safe, and we think see quality entertainment. In America, where we are, that has been a place that has stood out to us. Branson was an example of each of us trying something new and really enjoying it. The zoo in Omaha is one of, if not the best in the entire world, certainly one of the largest, and expanding all the time. Seeing the zoo was great for eyes, as she can experience many animals she wouldn't have seen before. I tell my wife that together is my favorite place to be, and we don't even have to travel necessarily for that. My wife has a friend in Minnesota, and we have been there, I think, at least a couple of times. Mount Rushmore in South Dakota was very nice. I saw that with my wife for the first time a couple of years ago, maybe last year. Time flies. My wife and I have discovered that we enjoy traveling together, and it doesn't need be some big fancy place. Colorado had beautiful scenery. If we were unable to go to the Philippines this year, I definitely want to use some of my wife's time off to travel somewhere in December. And we even went to Sturgis, South Dakota, and that particular video is in the Just Us playlist, which is videos where I show my wife and I doing things together. Sturgis, I actually worked there for a year about 38 years ago, and we went back there. I hadn't been back since, and that was something to see. We went after the motorcycle rally, so we didn't get caught up in that. And I would be remiss to not mention Chicago, where the nearest Philippines embassy for us is located. I've been there maybe twice with Isa. California is a possibility before the end of the year. I hope so. If we can't go to the Philippines, there are some parks in the area here that we like to visit. The main thing is that we have some place we can see together, and we both look forward to it. Now the Philippines. That's something different. We had our honeymoon at Eden Nature Park, a mountain resort, which was very beautiful. It's a scenic place, 80 hectares. That's a lot. And the temperature there about 70 degrees. We returned the next time we were in the Philippines with some family members, but didn't go in 18. I was too sick to. I'm sick now, apparently. One of those coughs again, that time of year, I guess, for me. I was too sick to go to Eden. I know my wife went, and they should. It's a beautiful place, but I got the worst cough and sore throat I've ever had. So I didn't, last week I didn't get out of bed a whole lot. It's pretty beat up. Now we returned to Eden in late 2019, caught some fish, had them prepared for us to eat, rode horseback, lovely walks, just a place to die at. Very beautiful. I think with so many lovely places to see in the Philippines, we will discover many other places that will become favorites over the remaining years of our love story. Common interests can be developed, and favorite places to be together can also be discovered. It's all part of the exciting journey with your love beyond the sea.